Hi everyone! Today we are going to learn about demonstrative pronouns in Spanish. You will finally understand how to say this, that, those in Spanish. But first we need to know what are demonstrative pronouns. They are words we use to point out or indicate objects, people, or ideas, depending on their distance from the speaker. In Spanish, they also have gender, masculine, feminine, and sometimes are neutral. For example, el libro. El libro in Spanish is masculine. La casa. La casa in Spanish is feminine. That means our demonstrative pronouns must match both gender and number. It's like matching socks, same color and same size. But the question here is, how can we tell if the noun is masculine or feminine? Let's look at some examples. Usually, nouns that end in O are masculine. And it's good to know that in Spanish, nouns don't go alone. They usually bring a little friend with them, an article. These articles tell us the gender of the noun. And el is the masculine article. So, how do we know which article to use? We look at the gender of the noun. If noun is masculine, we use el. They are just like best friends. They always go together. Now you have here some examples. El perro, el mango, el recogedor. And nouns that end in A are usually feminine, like la casa, la manzana, la escoba, la perra. But hands up, not all the nouns follow the usual. O is masculine and A is feminine rule. Think of them like irregular verbs in English. These are just irregular nouns. They break the rule, but don't stress about it. Just think that with practice and daily use, you'll start recognizing them naturally. And guess what? There aren't that many. You've got this. Here are some examples of nouns that break the usual gender rule. El día ends in A, but it's masculine. La mano ends in O, but it is feminine. And this is the last one. El agua, that ends in A, but it is masculine. And finally, neutral. Esto, eso, aquello. And what about when we don't know the gender of something? Or we're talking about an idea, a situation, or something general. It's here that we use neutral demonstrative pronouns. Esto, eso, aquello. Here you have some examples. ¿Qué es esto? What it is. You don't know what it is yet. Eso no me gusta. I don't like that. Talking about something, just mention it. Aquello fue increíble. That, far away in the time or space, was amazing. Now that you know how gender works, your demonstrative pronouns will always match. Let's go back to este, ese, and aquel, but now with the perfect grammar. Okay, we are ready to know how to say this, that, this, and those in Spanish. This set of words is called demonstrative adjectives, demonstrative pronouns, or neutral pronouns, which might sound a little confusing. How can one group of words fall under three different categories? Let's simplify it. Adjectives describe nouns, and pronouns take the place of nouns. For example, here, in the phrase these books, the word this is an adjective because it is telling us which books. Just like you can say funny books, old books, or these books. And for example, here, now you know what is the adjective and what is the nouns. You can say I like these books, but also you can say it and simplify it. In this example, I like this without repeating the word books. It is because this is acting as a pronoun because it's replacing the noun. In English, we organize these words by distance, how close or far something is. If the item is near, we say this or this. If it is farther away, we use that or those. They also change depending on number. This and that are singular, and these and those are plural. Spanish works the same way, but with an extra detail, gender. That means you'll choose the word based on how close it is, how many they are, and whether the noun is masculine or feminine. Let's begin with the basic adjectives, the ones that go in front of a noun. The noun itself will guide your choice. The feminine forms in pink are esta, estas, esa, esas, used with feminine nouns. And the masculine forms in blue are este, estos, ese, esos, used with masculine nouns. At first, it's easy to mix them up. They're short and quite similar, but with the practice, they become second nature. In both English and Spanish, the difference between demonstrative adjectives and pronouns depends on whether the noun is still present. For example, ¿quieres este cuaderno? Here, este is an adjective because the noun cuaderno is still included. In the next example, ¿quieres este? Now, este is a pronoun. The noun is gone, but the meaning remains clear. You'll understand which one is meant by context, tone, or even a simple gesture. So, why don't we use esto or eso before a noun? That's because those words are neutral pronouns. They're not tied to a specific noun, gender, or quantity. They refer to general ideas, unknown things, or abstract situations. For example, eso es interesante. That means that it's interesting. Another one, esto es urgente. That means this is urgent. ¿Qué es eso? What is that? But even though they end in O, they're no masculine. They're neutral. Since they talk about concepts, they don't have plural form either. And we have bonus group. Aquel, aquella, aquellos, aquellas. These are used to refer to things that are farther away, either in distance or even in time. There's no perfect English equivalent, but it is like saying that one over there. So here is the full chart. We have distance, close, far, very far. We have masculine, este, estos, ese, esos, aquel, aquellos. And we have feminine, esta, estas, esa, esas, aquella, aquellas. And we have neutral. Esto, eso, aquello. Aquello is also neutral pronoun, just like esto and eso, used for vague or abstract things. Let's see it in action. Esta canción es más alegre que esa canción. This song is happier than that song. Esta canción es más lenta que esa. That means this song is slower than that one. Este celular es más moderno que aquel celular. That means this phone is more modern than that one over there. And finally, ese celular es más barato que este. That means that phone is cheaper than this one. Okay, now it's time to practice. Complete the sentence. You have line. This mochila es muy cara. Let's break it down. The noun mochila is feminine and singular, so your choices are esta, esa, or aquella. Since we're talking about this, the correct answer is esta. So, the sentence is, esta mochila es muy cara. So, now here you have final recap. If the noun is still in the sentence, use a demonstrative adjective based on how near or far the object is and whether it's masculine or feminine. If the noun is left out but understood, use a demonstrative pronoun. If you are talking about something abstract, unknown, or general, use a neutral pronoun, esto, eso, or aquello. Okay, you are making great progress. Just keep going one step at a time. Ahora vamos a trabajar con algunos grupos para que este tema te quede claro. Me gusta este libro que está aquí. That means I like this book that's here. Me gusta este que está aquí. I like this one that's here. Me gusta esta mochila que está aquí. I like this backpack that's here. Me gusta esta que está aquí. I like this one that's here. Quiero ese sombrero que está ahí. I want that hat that's over there. Quiero ese que está ahí. I want that one over there. Me gusta esa bolsa que está allá. I like that bag over there. Me gusta esa que está allá. I like that one over there. Me gusta aquel coche del fondo. I like that car in the back. Me gusta aquel del fondo. I like that one in the back. Necesito aquella maleta que está en la esquina. I need that suitcase in the corner. Necesito aquella que está en la esquina. I need that one in the corner. Me gustan estos zapatos que tengo puestos. I like the shoes I'm wearing. Me gustan estos que tengo puestos. I like this I'm wearing. Me encantan estas flores del jardín. I love these flowers in the garden. Me encantan estas del jardín. I love this in the garden. ¿Puedes pasarme esos lentes que están en la mesa? Can you pass me those glasses on the table? ¿Puedes pasarme esos que están en la mesa? Can you pass me those on the table? Vamos a usar esas sillas que están cerca de la ventana. We're going to use those chairs near the window. Vamos a usar esas que están cerca de la ventana. We're going to use those near the window. Me gustan aquellos cuadros que están colgados al fondo. I like those paintings hanging in the back. Me gustan aquellos que están colgados al fondo. I like those hanging in the back. Algún día quiero escalar aquellas montañas que se ven a lo lejos. One day I want to climb those mountains in the distance. Algún día quiero escalar aquellas que se ven a lo lejos. One day I want to climb those in the distance. Esto es lo que quería decir. This is what I meant. ¿Qué es eso que tienes ahí? What is that you have there? ¿Recuerdas aquello que vimos en el museo? Do you remember that thing we saw at the museum? And that's all for today. I hope these examples help you understand demonstrative better in Spanish. Don't forget to practice with your own examples and say them out loud. See you in the next video. See you soon.